One fact of life in the valley is a lack of access to fast, reliable internet in many areas. Channel 5's Christian Von Preissing looks into how big of a problem it is and what you should know about options in your area.
The problem out in these parts usually doesn't have to do with the noise or the traffic or the slower pace of life. Sometimes the internet doesn't work.
Some days I have 4G, some days I have no Gs.
Some days, people here in Bayview say they learn to live with it. But when you're trying to run a business...
We have Verizon now. It works through my cell phone. And some days it works, some days it doesn't.
This is Suzanne Cook. She runs Acacia Farms, an organic farm in Bayview, with her husband.
We started it as a hobby. And we realized we planted way too many vegetables.
She turned her passion into a business and uses her cell phone provider to run the business online. This area doesn't have access to traditional DSL or cable internet like people in other places. That can come with problems.
I was trying to send a PDF file to my bookkeeper, and I was walking around with my laptop like, oh, I'm the Lion King, trying to find a connection that would last long enough for that PDF file to send, and it must have taken over an hour that day to send a very small PDF file to my bookkeeper.
We did some digging and found out there are many rural areas around the valley with limited internet access. In many of those rural areas, satellite internet is an option. Fixed wireless is also available, though not as widely. Channel 5's chief engineer Michael Leal says each comes with pros and cons. Satellite?
Barrier to entry on satellite is going to be the cost of getting the equipment installed and the monthly fee. The advantage to that is that it works pretty much in any condition, barring bad weather.
And fixed wireless?
Pros and cons of fixed wireless is that it costs about as much as your standard cable or DSL setup. The bad side is that you have to have line of sight to the control point. So wherever the internet's coming from, you have to have line of sight from there.
Leal says the more developed areas with hardline internet providers like DSL and cable benefit from more reliability. Cook agrees.
Yes. Yes, I would.
But for now, her business will keep running on the internet she has. In Bayview, Christian Von Preissing, Channel 5 News at 5.
You can visit the Federal Communications Commission's Internet Map if you want to learn more about Internet options in your area. That website, broadbandmap.fcc.gov. You can select your area, then find out about providers and the service they offer.